Hey, Vinny.
Yeah.
Got a question for you. When you think of Chicago, what's the first few things that come to mind? Murder?
Murder, pizza, traffic, and most importantly, horror.
Right? I mean, this is also the home of like what? The Mob, Prohibition. You got John Hughes movies were filmed here, Poltergeist 3.
The original Child's Play building.
Right, not too far from where we were standing, and like you said, horror. And that is perfect. And here's why this is perfect. You see, my friend Vinny here owns a store here on the north side of Chicago called the Horror House. That's this building that's right behind us. And they sell a little bit of your average horror merchandise that you find in certain stores scattered across the country, but they've got a few things that make them pretty unique.
Yeah. If you want, I will give you a tour and show you some of those weird things that you can only find exclusively at the Horror House.
I'm game. Jessica's already inside. She's building a shopping cart, but there's one thing that I really want to show you guys. It's like this cross between my favorite David Lynch movie and Mike Tyson. Just wait till you see it. We gotta show them first.
Let's do it.
All right.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is that it stays. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
We started the Horror House just about 6 months ago, but before that, we were the Cryptic Closet. We opened up a brand close to 7 years ago that me and my brother started. Spent years doing a whole bunch of horror conventions, and the end goal was to open up a shop that kind of encapsulated and just like captured the vibe that you would get from going to a horror convention like Days of the Dead or any of the ones that come to your town. And by doing that, we teamed up with a lot of unique artists, vendors, brands, and we're able to bring you what you have here today. There's a lot of stuff in the shop that is for sale, but then there are a few things that aren't, including this Death by Toys one-of-one piece of our Eraserhead design. It started as a t-shirt design from the Cryptic Closet and ended up as a toy.
I love it. Eraserhead.
And then right here at the top right.
Each sold separately. I think this is amazing.
The Horror House. Since we're talking about horror in Chicago, what better way to bring up one of our shirts than to show you the John Candyman t-shirt that's exclusively available on thecrypticcloset.com as well as in the shop.
I think I'm going to have to get one of these. Expect to see it in a future video because this is amazing.
Thank you. I'm a sucker for dad jokes and puns, so put this one together, and it seems like a lot of people enjoy seeing these two things come together, so I'll be more than happy to give you a shirt for a future video.
Now, you're holding something in your hands that I just have to shake my head at because it's amazing. Let our viewers have it. What did you create here?
This is our Fanny DeVito. It's exactly what you think it is from just hearing the name alone. It is the Danny DeVito fanny pack that comes with the hair on the side, so you can run faster. It has a little zipper in the back, so you can put all your drugs and your Magnum condoms. And yeah, it was a stoner idea come to life. Another cool thing we'll tell you guys first. We haven't announced it yet, but we have some special Fanny DeVitos that are coming out in the future. We're having an all-white one with black hair, and it's going to be the Penguin Fanny DeVito.
Oh, man. That's cool.
And we're doing a Fanny-wise with Pennywise's face on a fanny pack with the red hair on the side.
Single-handedly bringing back fanny packs in Chicago, are you?
Have to. So going off of Candyman a little bit, we decided to do a cool Monster Squad parody mashup. It's like the Stephen King rules shirt, but it's Jordan Peele rules. And we tried to use the antique gold t-shirt with the black print to kind of go with the Candyman colors. And this is also one that you can only get in our shop or if we're in town at any of the conventions near you.
Very cool, very cool. And I noticed this one up here.
Yep,
we're filming this right around the holiday season, and I know the artist.
Yeah, he's very handsome. That's the lovely Stephen Laurel's Holiday. That's an exclusive Santa sleigh shirt that we did last year on the Cryptic Closet, and we bring out every holiday because it's so popular. Steven's one of our favorite people and favorite artists that we know, and was one of the first artists that we worked with when we were opening up the shop to make sure that we spotlight him.
Also, want to point out that Stephen Leros Holiday is the guy who created our newest shirt. It's the ghoulish pumpkins, where it's the skeleton ghoul with the camera, and Jessica and I, our heads are in the pumpkin. Same artist. Amazing. Now, he's not the only artist that's here.
Nope.
So let's take a look at it.
All right, come on this way.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Moses, and yeah, I just want to introduce more of the art wall here in the back over here. We had just mentioned that we work with Stephen Leros Holiday, so we have some of his prints here, but we also have some prints from a couple of other artists, such as Dave Fox. We also have Julio Guerra, who also helped us with our comic book. We have our own comic book. Aside from that, we also do have some stuff from One Man Riot as well over here, and some canvas prints by another artist named John Michael Lennon.
So I have to ask, aside from the art's amazing, but why is there a framed picture of Nicolas Cage on the wall? I mean, don't get me wrong, Nicolas Cage, especially in like crazy movies, but what's the story with this one? Do you guys have a story?
Well, honestly, we were trying to figure out exactly how we were gonna like frame out this portion of the wall. It was kind of just a large like blank negative space here, and we knew that we would have the books, the Goosebumps, different comic books and stuff here. So we were thinking like, all right, well, what could we put above our little book section? And we were looking up some of the old library posters. Couldn't find the Michael J. Fox one. Did even better and got the Nicolas Cage joint.
Dig it.
All right, so this section, we have a couple of other artists that we work with, such as Byron Winton, some prints here from the October Academy, and a good section here from Adam's Art Box here. We proud to have this this nice Art the Clown piece. You know, Terrifier 2 just dropped.
Jinx.
Ooh, you owe me a soda. Yeah, so we're really glad that he was able to supply us with that one coming through. Really, all his prints are pretty awesome.
Now, I had to ask you about this goblin. Wait, what is this? Explain. And I just noticed it's got some eyebrows.
Yeah, this is a really awesome piece. So this is actually from a local sculptor here in the city. His name is Nathan Sheldon, and he was so generous as to place this guy here in the shop on consignment with us. So we're really proud of this piece. It's like a one of one. I mean, like just look at the details. Even the eyes. I think the battery went out, but normally the eyes would light up. Yeah, so there's like a little component in the back here that we can just replace the battery with, and yeah, the eyes, like I said, I think they died, but yeah, they even light up. You can even see like some of the gory detail here.
Oh yeah.
Under there.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw him from across the room, and I wanted to wear him.
I know. Wouldn't this be great as a mask?
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get a mask here, something like this goblin guy from that artist as well.
I love it. There's a closer look at it. It's very Henson-like. And now for the part of the show of things that you absolutely, positively cannot buy. Tell us about this amazing piece.
So this is a really cool mold done from Fear of the Dark Studios. Forgive me for not remembering his name offhand. But their Instagram is Fear of the Dark Studios, and he does a bunch of really cool exclusive busts. This one was called the Lipstick Maniac. And immediately when I saw it, I was obsessed. And we originally had a Beetlejuice head on top of there. But when I saw this, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of my favorite movies. And Pretty Woman Mask is one of my personal favorites. So it was just like a no question. And yeah, now this guy lays directly right here above one of our displays. And he overlooks the entire shop. So anytime there's somebody shoplifting or anybody saying any secrets or talking bad about the shop, he tells me. Another one of the items that are not for sale is my Elf on a Shelf, I like to call it. It's not all of my Elf stuff, but it's a good chunk of it. A lot of the little puppets they sold at Burger King back in the day, where you just stick your hand up his butt and you could make him do stuff. It's kind of weird.
I love Alf, but I've never met somebody who has an Alf collection.
Yeah, I have a really cool. It's almost like the Teddy Ruxpin
Okay.
doll where you put the cassette and he
Yeah.
talks, but it's an Alf one and he tells stories. Or if you put like an NWA cassette, he raps for you. This one's a unique one that you probably have never seen because this is a custom. Somebody took their love of Masters of the Universe
Oh my gosh.
and Alf and combined the two. And it came with his meal. So I
Oh
got-
man.
And as soon as I saw this on one of these Facebook groups, I immediately messaged him and told him that I needed it. Still don't know why, but
You have to feed the obsession.
yeah, exactly.
Any way any way that you
Exactly.
can. So
Exactly.
I get it.
So yeah, this is just, when we were first opening up the shop, we were pretty limited on what we had starting off. So a lot of it was us kind of filling in spaces with our personal collection.
Nice.
And I knew that my Alf collection doesn't really get enough light of day, so why not show it off while I can?
Vinny, I have to ask you a question.
What's up?
You see, the word on the Chicago streets is that you got some pretty realistic appendages in this store.
Yeah.
Fake, but pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Can you shed some light on this? Can you help us put a finger,
Pinpoint- yeah.
pinpoint this?
So one day,
Far away.
yeah, so I was here early in the morning and I look outside the shop and I see 2 police cars. Let me take you back maybe 2 weeks before that. I had these really cool finger keychains that we sell in our shop, and I decided I wanted to put one on my keys. Didn't work too long because mine fell off because I'm clumsy, so mine fell off. And about 2 weeks later, I'm at the shop. There's police cars outside. I go outside to grab something from my car, and the cop's like, "Hey, do you work here?" And I told them, "Yes, I'm one of the co-owners." And they were like, "Well, we have some questions for you because there was a possible murder scene. There is a murder scene, there was a possible murder, and we'd like to ask you some questions." My butt immediately puckers up because I don't know what's about to happen. So I walk over, and there's a gentleman who's in his car, and he's talking to the cop, and I'm looking down at what they're looking at, and there's a water puddle with one of these guys in there. Except there's no little hoop, no little keychain, so it's nothing but the actual finger. You throw it in muddied water, and it adds a whole different element of realness to it. So they're all sitting and looking at this finger in the water, and I'm standing there with a smirk. And the lady looks dumbfounded because she just doesn't understand why I find humor in the situation. So then I tell her, I'm almost positive that's my keychain. To which she looks at me completely crazy, like, what fucking keychain? There's no hoop, there's no nothing. So I bend down and I grab it. They try to stop me. At first they told me not to, and I grab it, and then I show them the finger. I'm like, look, it's not real, it's fake. So I then have to take the other police officer into the shop and walk him to this section, show him all the severed fingers and even little toes, and be like, hey, this is what we sell in our shop. So at that moment, he took his walkie-talkie and he called off the backup that was on the way and told them, please disregard. It was just a prop from a Halloween store. Also, we're not a Halloween store.
The way that these are displayed, I kind of want to, you see wind chimes. That's what I was trying to do.
This one like a beaded curtain, but just all fingers. These are new too. It's like little baby
God.
toes. So I don't even know. Like, this one's clean. Like, this one just got the shower, and then this one's been dead. So.
Man, they look pretty freaking realistic. I mean, down to the nail and everything.
Yeah. I'm convinced the person who makes these has all their friends and family just make a mold, because all these fingers look different. They're shaped different, and it's either that or she's murdering people and using their fingers.
Now, I'm talking to you, and I'm seeing Michael Myers, his head pop up. What's going on back there?
This is actually Bill Myers.
Bill Myers.
Yeah, for copyright reasons. He has a name right here. Here's Bill.
Oh gosh! All right, cool.
So Bill and Mike grew up in Haddonfield, and he's the lesser-known brother who has the brown overalls. He was pretty much chasing another girl that wasn't Lori, and didn't last too long because he fucked up his knee. So this is from the movie called Swallowing. It's a rated X movie, but he has better hair than Michael. This is one of the guys we have here. It's original Don Post. This is really old. Let me see. I believe this is
It's
from...
still got the tag on it.
Yeah, 1992. Don Post.
Oh, that's awesome. We hope you will enjoy your Don Post handcrafted mask. Oop, dropping it.
Yeah. We tried to look it up to see how much it's worth and everything, and you can't even find it on eBay. So this is one of the cool little items that are for sale. It's a little bit more pricey, but it's mostly because of who made it and when it was made. But yeah. Say hi to Bill.
Hi, Bill. Vinny, I have to ask, how
What's
much
up?
for the autographs on the wall? Especially the Doug Bradley one.
Those especially are not for...
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was it?
It came from back here. I see that green hair. I was wondering where you went, baby ghoul. Well, now I can see why you were hiding in the corner. Nice Tom Savini mask. All right, baby ghoul, it's official. I think every town, every city should have a horror store just like this one. This place is amazing. Dare I say that the horror house here in Chicago takes the cake, or shall I say, the finger after that story. What do you think?
Well, every time I've gone to one, I leave feeling transformed.
And with that being said, thank you for joining us on another Grimm adventure, this time to the horror house here in Chicago. And if you're in the area, come on by, buy something spooky, have a laugh at Eraserhead, and say hello to our friends. Buy yourself a mask, kind of like this one here, where you too can turn your very own baby ghoul into an actual, well, ghoulish creature. Happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.